you make of this Brady to the Dolphins idea?
Well, I'm not buying it because I think he came back to the Bucs right before free agency, Skip, and a lot of guys made decisions to come back because Tom Brady came back. Ryan Jensen was about to hit free agency.
He was.
And he said, Tom said, let's run it back. We ran it back. Chris Godwin, one of the reasons why he wanted to come back to Tampa is because, hey, Tom throwing me the ball, I want to be back with Tom.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these guys, Carlton Davis came back. Leonard Fournette came back.
By the way, Logan Ryan, that Tom played with for 4 years in New England, signed with Tampa.
And because, Skip, a lot of these guys signed multi-year deals. It's just not like they signed one-year deals. So if Tom leaves after the season, you know, I'm gonna be disappointed because I could have gone somewhere else. I didn't come here just to play with you for 1 year. But, Skip, I don't believe, and I told you this, we talked about it, I never believed Tampa was going to let Tom Brady go somewhere else because BA said it was a bad business move. And it would have been a bad business move. I get that, you know, Tom came to you and you won a Super Bowl, but we compensated Tom for that. But we weren't about to let Tom go somewhere else, especially the NFC, and compete against us to possibly keep us from reaching our ultimate destination while he's somewhere else. So, Skip, I didn't believe that was going to happen. But if everything that you tell me is true about, let me make sure I get his name right, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Mm-hmm.
If he's the GOAT, why not go to the Glaziers and say, look, it's either going to be BA or me. Because I'm sick of his bull jive. I'm sick of his shenanigans. That's all they got to do.
I think he did that.
And then what happened?
Well, it wasn't him or me. It's just keep him away from me.
Trust me, BA ain't around him. BA, hey, y'all work on the game plan. Y'all bring it to me. Let me look at it.
Let me tear it up.
I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, all right, now go back at it again. So, Skip, I don't believe it. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe that Tom Brady might not play again next year, but he said, 45, he will be 45 in August. Who knows? He might play 46, 47. Who knows? But I'm not buying this Miami situation. I'm not.
Okay. I told you quite a while back that I was told via an ex-star quarterback who's close with Brady that Brady seriously considered the week after the season ended, just the next few days after they lost at home to the Rams, going as a package deal with Sean Payton to the Dolphins via Sean Payton, that Sean initiated all of it and contacted Tom to say, how about this? And obviously, Tom loves Sean. Thought that'd be a nice, again, would it be a step up from BA as a play caller or whatever? Byron Leftwich calls a lot of the plays, but in the end, I think Tom started calling a lot of the plays. But Tom was intrigued, according to my source, by joining forces with Sean in Miami and having 2 shots a year at Belichick. So it was right on the verge. Now, they would have to get Tampa to agree to let him go or give up a third rounder.
And Sean Payton was going to have to get New Orleans because he was still in the contract.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that was. I don't know. But it seemed like they were about to let him go.
Well,
but he was saying, I want to sit out a year.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't think they was going to let him, like, okay, you want to go to Miami? Okay, just you've been so great with us in the community. You're great to this organization.
Maybe be double compensation for both of them.
Yes.
Okay. So then Brian Flores happened. And all of a sudden it put Miami in a tough spot. And it feels like there's a lot of speculation that they felt like we have to hire, what does Mike McDaniel call himself? Multiracial.
Multiracial.
Okay. We got to go that direction because of this pending lawsuit. Okay. So it fell apart. So the point is, we're back to the source. Dale Arnold has been at WEEI in Boston for a long time. He's legendary, and he is credited with breaking the first story of Brady to the Bucs.
Right.
So I'm going to have to regard this with a lot of respect.
Okay.
I'm going to have to give it some credibility that he's saying they're still working on trying to get Brady's still working on trying to get to Miami.
Well, it'd definitely be a lot easier because Brady only had 1 year left. So this is the last year that he has under contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That makes it a lot easier moving forward than it did this year because, Skip, I never believed that the Bucs was going to let Tom Brady walk. I just didn't believe that, especially if what you said, like originally maybe one of his main goals was to get to San Francisco, back to his hometown where, he adored, admired Joe Montana, my hometown team. let me win a Super Bowl for my hometown team. That would be my crowning achievement. Yeah, I love the 6 that I got in New England. Love the one that I did in Tampa.
Yep.
But can you imagine, Skip, going to get a third now with a different team? Because, he and Peyton both have 2 with 2 different teams. Quarterbacks, people are competitive, Skip. 3 put me in a different class. Ain't nobody gonna get 3. Hey, it's gonna be hard for somebody to get, I don't believe anybody gonna get 7. But you know what? I wanna make it even triple hard. I wanna make it quadruple.
Yep.
Go get 3 with 3 different teams. Like old Goat James.
Yep.
Old Jay did that. Old Jay did that.
Wait, he's lost how many?
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
6? A lot of finals. Okay, so in the end, do I believe this could happen next year? I do. Do I believe it could happen before this coming? No, I do not.
no.
Because he would look terrible.
Yeah. No, well,
Right?
Skip, but I don't believe. You think Tampa would trade him?
Not now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at this moment.
Yeah, no. Skip, if they get closer to the season, they're definitely not trading. They're not going to trade him like the draft. Okay, we got a draft day trade. Skip, we got a big announcement. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have traded Tom Brady for the next 3 first. No, they're not trading Tom Brady.
Plus, to your point, he'd leave a lot of people holding a bag.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to be ticked. Because Skip, I came back for you. The only reason I came back to Tampa was because of you, Tom.
Yep. Okay. So in the end, I believe where there's a lot of smoke, there's some fire.
Right.
But not right now.
Right.
But again, if they could acquire Baker Mayfield as the plan B going forward, then all these guys who signed longer-term contracts would be, we good. We got Baker. Right?
No. First of all, that is a horrible plan B. And Tampa wants no part of that. So get that thought out your head.
I think it's going to happen. And I think Brady will play at least one more year after this, and I do not think it will be in Tampa Bay.
It's not going to be in San Francisco.
Well, the Shanahans said no. And the Shanahans will live to regret.
They're not going to regret it.
Their egos are a little too big to say we'd have to swallow a little bit of our ego so that Tom Brady could run our offense.
So
he would get all the credit for the Super Bowl they would win with Tom Brady.
You think Tom got an ego?
I think he's got a huge ego, like all the great ones do. Except he's the GOAT, and they're just coaches. They're very good coaches. One of them won a couple Super Bowls with and for you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So they're making a mistake right now. They have made it twice not to let him come back home and finish as he should.
No. Why do you mean somebody should? This is no... What is this?
When you're the GOAT, you should be able to call your shot.
Sentimental gesture.
Do you want to win a Super Bowl or not?
Ain't no guarantee.
Huh? You're going to win one with Trey Lance next year?
You might.
Okay. Well, you could with Tom Brady. You would with Tom Brady.
Tampa was never going to let him go.
I believe they would have. It's like, do him a solid. He came and won you a Super Bowl in a pandemic on a torn MCL.
Well, Skip, it's like corporations. You got to sit out a year before you go to the next company. So they made Tom sit out a year. You think he'd have been okay with that? No, he's like, let me just go ahead and play, and then I'll revisit this next year, see how I feel, and then I'll revisit the next year. But I don't believe Tampa was ever going to trade him to San Francisco. So if what they're saying is true, that Miami was a viable option, would he have preferred to go to San Francisco if Mike and Kyle was amenable to that, or would he have preferred to go to Miami?
I don't know for sure, but I would think if the Shanahan said yes to San Francisco, he would take that. The Miami option was very attractive because A, of Sean Payton, and B, versus Belichick twice. Right. Where you could get him twice.
I thought he and Coach Belichick made up. They've been playing nice. They've been saying all great things about each other. That's not true?
No, that's only because Brady's got him on the run. Right?
How he got him on the run?
Well, he won a Super Bowl and won another playoff game and nearly won 2 playoff games.
Well, MJ10 on go have you on the run. Or MJ10 gonna have you on the run.
Lord have mercy. You're stuck with MJ10?
Shots fired. Shots fired. I love the energy this morning, guys.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.